The One Tower series used to be a long-standing tradition of mine to do. I started it back when BTD6 came out in 2018, and it was a challenge just to see how long every single tower could survive solo with the help of sometimes a village. Lately though, I think I've been slacking a little bit because if you take a look at the updated rounds of every tower, you look at the update versions and they're from quite a while ago. Most of these are over a dozen updates or more, but clearly a lot of things have changed since then, so in this video, I'm going to be redoing the ones that I believe can get to a much higher round, starting off with, well, Striker Jones. You may have already seen me cover this buff, but basically in Update 48, he got double damage, and that's huge for the One Hero Challenge. The round to beat is 53, and I have no doubt that we're going to smash that record. We are gonna obviously have to get a Camo Village for this, of course. No need for a mid, because I believe with his level 5, his explosions work on himself, so he has the ability to pop black balloons, even if only at 50% efficiency. So essentially, after getting that village, we're just gonna pump every single dollar that we have into Striker, and watch as he shreds the early rounds with, well, double damage. I don't even have to slow down the game, running on a mega fast forward, because I'm that confident that Striker can do the thing. And just like that, with mega speed, we have made it to 53. Can we beat it is the question. Well, the answer is absolutely, and I barely had to use the stun there because of Shell. Don't forget too that the balloon knockback is pretty helpful, 5 units per. Keeps a lot of the balloons in the middle of the crater, or rather the square and resort here. I said it already in my initial showcase, but what an absolutely insane buff. Also, I lost lives this round. Maybe I can probably try to time my concussive shell to be a bit better. Maybe if I use it right here, it turns all these cerams into pinks. That's actually pretty bad. But stunning them before it gets in range is actually better for me. So watch again. Now we have not too much to handle. Oh, actually there's some pinks going through. Uh-oh. Let's try to time it so we snipe the pinks. Nice. And 63 done. Level 16 now. This is actually so stupid in a good way. There's level 19, and so that makes it so that it hits Black Balloons no matter what. No need for a MIB. We don't need a level 20 either, because I know it's useless on Striker Jones. So we have officially reached the max power Striker can be. Now let's see how long it can go. I'd say it can probably handle the free play rounds pretty well, because again, with a knockback, Super Cerams, it can basically have its own utility, which used to be a big issue for Striker, but not so much anymore. 81 here, looking good. Yeah, you combine that with a really low cooldown of his level 3 ability, and you've got crazy damage and crazy utility, so it's no wonder that we're probably going to easily cruise into the 90s with this. I'll leave a link to that spreadsheet that I showed earlier just for reference, but if I had to take a guess right now, pretty sure this jump in terms of rounds is one of the highest we've ever seen between updates, because we're getting very close to a 40 round gap, which is like almost completely unheard of now. Uh-oh. Might be a Pierce Cap issue here. At least it looks like it. Oh yeah. Is there any way we can guess that we don't pop all the BFBs at once? I think that's pretty much impossible. We also can't really manually target the level 3 ability. It's always going strong, so maybe I should time it so that it's on top of the ceramics by the time they are about to exit. Like here, for example. I think it caught the cerams leaking. Nice. And now, nope. Still not good enough. And again, for the uninformed, it is literally impossible to even press the second and third ability if Striker Jones is the only guy on the field. Try again here, but it's not looking good. Yeah, there's no way without the ability to target that concussive shell that we can do it. For one, I'm pretty surprised that 91 is the end of the line here. You would think not a group round, but I guess he truly is getting Pierce Caps. Last try. Otherwise, it's game. I gotta save the stun for the wave of cerams coming through. Let's say now. It didn't even land there, yeah. Not doable. Either way, a massive 48 round jump. And after the Dartling honor, this tower got to round 128 last time I tested it over 20 updates ago, but if you saw recently, Ray of Doom got a small damage buff, which is actually enough to push it over the edge. And I'll show you in this run here. For now, to get to Ray of Doom, we are going to use Rocket Storm into affording it. Actually, an incredibly chill save up. Rocket Storm gets to 84,000 on this map, which is now enough to simply buy the rod straight up. Isn't that amazing? And now we're gonna skip all the shenanigans and jump to round 128, the round that it struggled on earlier. And watch now. Well, let me slow down for you. 5 damage is now enough to beat FDTs without even, like, a sweat. So very nice. We probably die to the next round that has fortified DTs, which I think is 138. But I could be wrong, and it dies earlier. But that's where I'm guessing it'll end up right now. Fortified DTs here, oh, dies to 130. But there's not a lot of them compared to 128. So for that, I simply can just purely focus them one at a time, like there. And then this one here can single out. And we are good. Or are we actually? That's a lot of fortified BFBs. Maybe not. Yeah, there's just an ungodly amount of FCMGs this round. I try to hit as many of them with the beam as possible, but that's impossible to get all of them at once. Like, I'm able to beat the first couple balloons, but I'm gonna just have less and less damage for the ones coming after, so yeah, it's gonna be super sketchy. I've noticed that as long as I get them to F Moabs by the time the last bend comes, we're good, but no. This round seems nearly impossible. So surprisingly, not the sheer amount of DTs that get us, but the sheer amount of HP that comes with the scaling from this round. One last attempt, but it's looking bleak. Yep, best I can do here is maybe a third of the way through, but it's just not there. Yeah. 3 rounds is all it's gonna be for the Dartling. Now we're back on logs to do Druids. Last time I tested it, I got to round 104, which was several dozen updates ago. Now, I don't expect to get too much higher, but I think there are some balance changes that could sneak us a couple more rounds out. Like, I think back in update 27 or so, the Spirit of the Forest was hot garbage, but now with that, I think it can solo a lot more rounds. Only downside is, I believe, now the Heart of Vengeance got nerfed, so as you see, it only maxes at 50% attack speed now, whereas before, it used to go up to 100. Which means, if we ever end up going for Superstorm, then it's gonna be a good amount weaker, unfortunately. Now, getting to Spirit of the Forest is still as easy as ever. Just get Ball Lightning into 250 and fast forward till it dies. Now, I tested and apparently you can't beat 97 solo with Spirit of the Forest without using Vine Explosions, but even then, might be a bit sketch. This might be a Superstorm angle, but let me see if I can get away without it. That's the 3rd explosion, and nope. I mean, we have a lot of money, so there's no harm in just buying this now. She'll work for 98.99 as well, for around 100. Of course, we'll just sell it for the Avatar Wrath and then buy back the thing later. Like this, for example. Easy. 101 good, 102 is scary, but also good. This is without even attack speed buffs, by the way. Unfortunately, I think it's definitely gonna need the attack speed this round. The thing is, though, I'm pretty sure you only get the Heart of Vengeance stacks if you lose lives from the starting life amount. So that's 200 easy. And I think that's why, now that we dropped down to 100 lives, that we're able to handle, like, the remaining, because the Heart of Vengeance, or the Druid, just got a huge attack speed bonus. And now, for the round to beat, 104. Let's see if the max Heart of Vengeance is good enough, or are we coked? Or are we coked? It looks like it's very close to leaking. Might be a Spirit of the Forest angle. But the thing is, I might have actually had to have bought Spirit of the Forest, like, before this round started, so I have max vines. We'll see if it's enough, though, because it's only FBFBs. And, oh, damn, Spirit of the Forest in update 27 could not beat fortified BFBs on logs. Just let that sink in. And that's why it was worth redoing this one. Because we're going to at least get to 106, which is where fortified DDTs come around. Are we dead? Well, considering we can hardly hang on to normal DDTs, yeah. We're about as good as dead. We'll have to use Exploding Vines for the first FDDT now. Oh, it actually destroys a good amount, but... Actually, wait, I got this. We can beat 106. Buy back this guy now. Unfortunately, again, no full Vengeance, like, buff, but that's fine. That's 106, and we can keep it for 107 too. Just F-Zomgas. And dies to 109. Alright, here's what I'm thinking. What if we use Spirit of the Forest for this round, just for the weak stuff? So, Basically, beat all the FBFBs, and once it's down to ZMGs, just sell it and get back Superstorm. And then voila, just like that, you've got an easy round. So see that? And those amount of ZMGs should be beatable. 110 here is looking scary, but looks like we're good as well. Pog. This round is looking pretty impossible. Holy moly. I think maybe here's the play. We should just keep on it first for now. I don't know, actually. It's getting overrun really quickly. I was saying, well, let's just try anyway. Spear the Force now that it's only BFBs. Yeah, deal with the insides of the normal ZMGs first, alright? And then we can blow back the remaining FZMGs. I would say explode vines now. And that's a lot more reasonable to handle, right? Yes. And with this epic duo, we can probably just keep on going back and forth all the way until the next bad round, 119. Actually, I lied. FDT rounds are really hard because I can't do the trick. We're gonna die with the Superstorm, so I need to get Spear the Force immediately. And the only way I can get through this is by using the vines last minute. Now, sell. Quickly buy 502. Oh, we got the attack speed. Attack speed buff. 125 lives, but it's still not enough attack speed to clean up, so I guess that's the end. Well, regardless if that's the end of the line, that's still way more than I had expected. So, hats off to the Druid, I guess, for 8 more rounds. And lastly, we gotta end off with a banger tower, and it's gonna be a Paragon. I think the Wizard Paragon can get higher than what I previously got to. I forgot to show you this, by the way, of the rounds that the Paragons got to in the past. As you see for the Wizard, 193 and 233, 9 updates ago. However, due to the fact that the Metamorphosis now has a faster cooldown, I think we can probably squeeze out a couple more rounds. Wouldn't you say? Because having more Metamorphosis equals more, like, sustained DPS. If you do the quick and simple math, then basically, for every 3 Metamorphoses you had before, you now get 4 of them, so 33% more abilities. I will say milking the Wizard is very tough work, though, because we have to balance mana as well as the other 2 abilities right now. Like, make sure that we have full mana for Metamorphosis as well as, while it's off cooldown, making sure we can beat the other stuff. So right now, keep it at the non-beam, use the mana for the Dark Phoenix, because we need it. And come on, beat this inside. And we can probably end this with the Metamorphosis. It's kind of a waste here, but whatever. Better safe than sorry. Especially for the FDTs this round. Oh, down to 85 lives? That's not good, but thankfully, I think Metamorphosis here is here to save the day. Just 10 more seconds, come on. Those 2 bads are damaged, so yeah. This Metamorphosis should absolutely blast. Put on first just to snipe, back on last. And holy mackerel damage. Tied the highest round. But we don't just want to tie it. So strategy, always, try to use the damage with Time Phoenix immediately when bad spawn in. But since there's 2 this round, it might have been ideal to wait for that second one. Ah, well. Regardless, all things are pointing towards another Metamorphosis to end this round off, and yeah. Quite simple. I think with the extra 30 seconds, if it was 30 seconds longer last update, yeah, there's no way I may have gotten it this in time, so no wonder. 10k mana left on the Metamorphosis, it's perfectly gonna time out for the end of the round. Nice. Amazing. It's looking like another Metamorphosis to end this round. Wait for the max mana though, now. And come on, strong targeting. Get us all the way through these FZMGs, come on. Back on first just in case, those Cerams are spooky. And there's another round cleared. Whenever there's FDTs, we have to keep the Dark Phoenix on the field to break them down. Otherwise, we lack the damage. I still might lack it. Wow, down to 20. Do I take this run? Now we don't have any leeway anymore. Yeah, I'll probably take it. That is if I even get out of this round, because 4 bads, I might be cooked, because I don't have DOT in 3 of them. Things you don't like to see that, well, let's try. Metamorphosis number 1 this round, but it's a lot of HP left on the other bads. I don't know, Chief. Yeah, it's awful. Metamorphosis only got 2 of the 4, so I have to somehow survive these DDTs here while not using the second ability. That's pretty hard. Best I can do is maybe spawn this. We got the Dark Phoenix on 2 of the 4 this time instead of 1 of 4, so maybe that's a little bit better. I'm not sure. It just ultimately delays her death, though. Because I'm just gonna die to, instead of number 2 or 4, 3 and 4, 4. Well, whatever, let's just see it through. So there's 2 out of 4 done, as expected, because, you know, I got the DOT in it, but now I don't. And I'm definitely dead to 3 or 4. Alright, one more try to see if we can pull this through. Oh, I think I got lucky this time, nice. I think that it had to be the angle of the bird, so that it landed on as many DTs as possible. Anyway, we now have to get the DT on 4 or 4, otherwise there's no shot this round. Unfortunately, that 4th bat is taking forever to spawn. And that's probably the end of me. I have to explode Phoenix right here to get on 4 or 4, but that might be too late for the damage over time. This is not good. And I can't charge mana either, because I have to worry about these BFBs. I'll try to sneak it in now, but come on. Best run by a landslide, so if it's not even close, then I think we know it's cooked. I repeat, it's gonna be cooked. So the DOT ran out on all 4 of them. Let's see how much closer this is. Oh wow, 80. Well, no. Oh, I had it on last targeting, but that still looked pretty sketchy. Last try for real. So this definitely helped, but not as much as I thought. Come on. Let's leave it on first now. Just so it doesn't, like, maybe chase weirdly. Yeah, it has to be first here. First means no leaks of ceramics. That's good. Unfortunately. Yeah, okay, there's no shot. Because there's still that 4th bat up there. Well, 2 rounds is better than 0, at the very least. And now you want to see the Degree Hunter Wizard destroy 195 with no mana to start? Well, watch this, guys. Actually, it starts at full mana, so that's nice, but full cooldowns. This should come as no surprise, though. As I mentioned, this tower got to 233. But I do want to show you the difference, now that we got D100, how much faster this thing pops. The badge just pops simply from the DOT alone, which is crazy. I'll still use Metamorphosis for fun, though. Just to see me absolutely nuke out 195. Sheesh. Sheesh, and now for round 200. Watch us absolutely melt down that F-bat there. With 1 Metamorphosis. And now back to 2 rounds before a PB here. With the reduced cooldown of the Metamorphosis, I think with 300 it's like, what, 48 seconds? Just a random guess. We should have a really lengthy uptime, so reliability should not be too bad here. Yeah, about half cooldown off on Metamorphosis already. It's very convenient. Huge DOT there on all 6 pads. And just like that, full mana and instant Metamorphosis should wipe out this round. And this here is for the PB. Metamorphosis now. Looks like there's 1 F-bat really deep there. Scary. But no, we beat it with still half a mana bar to go. Damn. Also, did rounds always have this amount of F-bats? Because I swear to God, this is a crazy amount. 8 this round? Is there even a possible way to light all of them on fire? I think I did that time, right? Yeah, I didn't miss any. That's great. But that bat is really far to the exit. Come on, come on, come on. I need max mana right now, or else. Got it? But we don't have a lot of time. Gotta waste some shots on that last lane there. Keep on first for this F-bat, and there's 1 F-bat left. Oh, the same issue with Degree 1, though. The DTs are too speedy for the last lane. I'm wondering if it's actually better to move the wizard like a couple pixels lower, just to reliably catch the DTs. The answer to that question is likely yes, so that's why I'm just redoing the previous round with a lower position. And hold on, wait a minute, that's still not good. That's as low as you can do without sacrificing too much good track length yet. It wasn't enough. Yeah, this might be a tough one to do, I'm not sure. Well, 1 more try here. Whenever I say 1 more try, it probably means 10 more tries, but that's besides the point. I repeat, besides the point. Blast off Metamorphosis now. Don't leak to that, please. Probably gonna die here, I'd assume. No shot, I don't die. First. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna keep trying with really, really good or early Metamorphosis timing, so better mana management. Back on first. And come on. Beat the FZMGs here, and we got ourselves a new high. No, okay. This might not be possible. Am I really only gonna get 1 round? So let's put all our effort into this last run here. The way to do it is there's another FTT wave, so wait for this FTT clump, and there we go. use this as early as I can. That's about as early as I can do it, but every single time, those zombie VFBs, I actually wish they weren't there, because then we wouldn't have to put back Phoenix for the mobs here. Wait, are we lucky this run? Oh, we are lucky. There's only a couple VFBs this time. That was huge. Now I think we get the ability way earlier. Yeah, look. There's Max now. And we can snipe this way earlier than usual. Is this it? Come on. It all depends if this first F-bad pops earlier. It still might not be it. No, wow. F-ZMGs are way too tanky. It looked good, but it's the same result every time, so damn. I guess it's a buff that's useful in scenarios outside of the 1 tower challenge, because I feel like it's definitely this buff is definitely worth more than 1 round of power. But once again, I hope you enjoyed the redos of those 1 tower tests. Here are the results of those experiments today. There's probably some other towers on the list that need updating that I haven't done yet, so perhaps stay tuned. Or rather, if you enjoy it, and you notice a tower that could be updated, let me know. Otherwise, I'll just probably wait for balance changes. Click here for more, and see ya.